is very important, and I feel like it's not being discussed in the proper fashion, whereas it should be. So the subject of today is positivity, because the whole kind of like positive all day every day sort of, I guess, subculture, for lack of a better term, is something that I've come to notice over time in the YouTube community.
I gotta agree, man. This is not gonna be a sort of response that a lot of people are going to be expecting. This is gonna be more of a companion type video to sort of give my 2 cents on the subject, because I've noticed in the YouTube community, and I've done this myself. He's admitted to doing it himself, where we pretend like we're happier than we are, and it turns out to be something that's very, very toxic in the end, because you're sort of suppressing a lot of stuff. And he really covers this really well here. But let me know what you guys think. I really want to know what you guys think. Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about this. So back when I first started this vlogging channel, I really wanted to give people the best of myself. I wanted to give the best version of myself to my audience. And for the most part, it was working out really, really well. I was gaining subs. I was getting traction. My views were through the roof. I was probably having one of the best times on YouTube ever. But later down the line, I really started paying for it. I really started to feel the effects of being that person that continuously pushes that negativity away. And that's what this guy covers. And we're going to kind of go over to what he's trying to say together. So let me know what you guys think of this format. New format that I'm trying out, so let me know.
And the more I notice it, the more things I'm starting to notice that aren't exactly healthy about it. Please let me elaborate even further. So, when something bad happens to you, when something bad happens to you that makes you feel bad, do you A, allow yourself to feel bad, B, jam the feelings down and just override it with just positive and just always try to look on the bright side no matter what is going on in your life that may be super, super bad, or C, you just don't deal with it at all?
Now, with me, I did a bit of the latter myself. I tried to actually look at the best situation possible out of the negativity that was around me in my life. So, as a person, it was hurting deep down, but as a YouTube entertainer, I tried to suppress that as much as possible, and I tried to push that way deep down so that way my audience didn't see my pain. And when your audience sees your pain, sometimes they get, they either, what I mean, like what's the word? I'm looking for the word. Trying to talk here. Failing at this response video already. Either way, they're really supportive of it, but at the same time, you kind of lose face with them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so when they see that part of you, after seeing, say, a full year's worth of positivity, they finally start to see you start to sort of crack and crumble, and you're starting to slip. And that's exactly what you would want to try to avoid. So that's why I'm always trying to push people to actually be more real with themselves and their audiences. So at least that way their audiences know what to expect.
There's a combination of a lot of things out there, and I feel like most people are doing either B or C, which is not healthy.
I agree.
Now, a lot of you out there are probably like,
man.
"Oh, Nero, what are you talking about? Like, if I'm sad, I sort of want to feel sad, so I just gotta turn around and be happy." Yes, I get it. I understand what you mean by that. However, if you do this all the time, it's not going to end up being good for you.
Absolutely. It starts to play on your mental health, and it really goes deep into your mental health. In fact, probably a little bit further than you ever actually expect it to. The more people, or should I say more people like myself, that try to dismiss that very fact about it, the worse it becomes for us. And so when negative things do hit us, they tend to affect us a lot more than it probably initially should have, because we're allowing all these different like scenarios bleed into one another and create like a vortex of super negative, toxic energy. And I think that for the most part, that's where a lot of YouTube is right now. we've got so many YouTubers here that really want to fake it to make it, and they really want to go ahead and push their envelope as far as they can. And you know, I don't really hate them for it because I get it. You know, I was there too. I mean, I grew this channel for the third time above 1,000 because of I was faking it till I make it. You know what I mean? So I do get it. It does work, and it does work. And I think that's kind of where my understanding comes from. Like, you know, it's one of those, like, you can't hate the player, hate the game type of situations. But at the end of the day, the person that really it affects most is the person that fakes it, not so much the audience. The person that fakes it the most, they're the ones that are be suffering mentally. But when it comes to the audience, I mean, yeah, we pay for it because, you know, we lose out on content and stuff. But when it comes to any sort of social aspects of it, unless we're friends with those that we watch, it really doesn't. I mean, we can show empathy, you know, and make sure they're okay. But for the most part, I mean, I could definitely see why people fake it till they make it, you know?
Think of a pipe. Pipe's flowing, and then all of a sudden the pipe gets blocked.
We covered this part already, so we're gonna go ahead and go over here, see if this is where
the pipe bursts, and that's when you get, you know, Gregory Joe Jamie Jack Johnson, who works in cubicle 6029. He just up and just commits suicide one day.
And that's pretty much how a lot of YouTubers they commit social suicide, is what I like to call it. This is where they flip out on their channel, they scream, and they go just full blown ape. They get upset, they get pissed. And they flip out. You know, they flip out. They get angry at the smallest things because, like I said, these situations bleed into one another. And that's where the unhealthiness comes from. You know, that's where when people, like you were saying, it's really unhealthy to do this. And that's one of the major reasons is because of that explosion. But, you know, if you guys don't know who this is NeroTheHero. He recently followed me on Twitter, and he watches my gaming channel. For those of you that don't know, I have a gaming channel. Go check it out. It's Brimstones Gaming. But this is my vlogging channel. I figured, you know, I'm going to try to start this up again. I want to do videos more like this, where I go into people's videos, do a proper response video. Who remembers response videos? Nobody remembers these things. I'm probably like the first one in the last 5 years, probably. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think faking it until you make it is a good way to be? And if so, please explain why. Me personally, like I said, someone who did it himself, and I was able to grow this channel in the beginning, doing this very thing because A, I stopped being negative, and B, I thought because I stopped being negative, I should be more positive. So when I stopped one thing, I felt that I needed to overemphasize on another, and I needed to keep going forward with the positivity. And don't get me wrong, guys, positivity is a great thing. I love it. I love when people show me positive vibes, and I love the positive vibes in a lot of these people's videos. But at the end of the day, if they're not true to themselves, they're going to be paying for it in the end. And it's sad. I hate to see it happen. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you guys think of the videos down below. And what do you guys think about my cheesy intro, my cookie cutter intro? I know, but you know what? I needed something, and I saw this, and I grabbed it, downloaded it, boom, donezo. And it's also going to be my outro. Pieces.